Hey Capricorn, welcome to your March reading. I am using the Archangel Power Tarot as the main deck. I'm also using an Archangel Oracle and also Indigo Angel Oracle. I'm just winging the layout. There is no sense to my magic. No, I don't know. I was after a phrase and it did not work. Nonsense to my nonsense. I don't know. Anyway, I'm doing what I do. If you watch my Pusays and listen to me jabble on about all sorts, you'll understand why I felt like the angel oracles were good for this month. Okay. Okay. Last cards. Yeah, that one. Okay guys, so we start off with the sun. Great positioning for this first card. However, I do get the sense before, as soon as I saw it was the sun at the corner of my eye as I was doing something over here, I got the sense of some of you wanting to be living in that sun energy, enjoying life, but I feel as though it's tainted by something. We'll see if that continues in the reading, but that's food for thought. Now let me read this card for everybody else. Okay, this is Archangel Uriel. Life is wonderful. So the sun card typically always indicates when you're kind of reaping the good sides of life, enjoying yourself. This card represents thriving through the power of positive thinking. So it's about seeing the positives in all of our actions. Now for some of you Capricorn, I feel as though you're really getting on top of, and I'm going to say this as though you realize that you were negatively thinking and you're putting in the work to twist that so you're much more positive these days, which is really great, and I'm loving that for you Capricorn. I'm seeing sunflowers in this card, and that's what it's giving me. I feel as though you are growing fast, but I want to say here, and I feel this might be the cautionary I felt in the beginning, of being aware of not being conscious of not kind of rushing to that high, that happiness, that positivity, so that once you get that high, it's a long drop down. It's kind of as though that energy, like putting something on a pedestal and it not really living up to the whole high standard that you've put it up there, realizing that actually when the energy we want to be in is general contentment, where we're happy, we're loving life. Yes, bad things happen, but it's all cool because everything else is good. That's that kind of balance, of day-to-day life. I feel like if you're reaching that high, like rushing for just the good times, in the down times, where other people are busy and you're not able to be distracted, this is how I'm sort of envisioning it for you, Capricorn. That's when you may not be, it's easy to sink back into that negative pattern. So it's just cautionary. This card represents being in that good positive space, and I want you to kind of keep that mindset of realizing that things are good. We're in this positive space. Now the next card, we have two cards in this position. We have acceptance from the Indigo child cards. Acceptance is about acknowledging, I'm actually going to read this to you differently. Individuality is accepting that we're all different and we're all kind of created in the way that we are, the way that we need to be our authentic selves. Now that looks different for every single individual. When we accept that and we understand that, we start allowing love into our lives. We start appreciating even people that we don't like. If we acknowledge the things that we don't like about them, it's because they just tick a little bit different to us, right? When you start accepting that, it makes life a little bit easier in accepting that, we might not dwell right with everybody, but it's because we do things differently, and that not everyone's evil because they do things a little different to us, or mean or harsh. And I do feel like it's about perspective for you at the beginning of this month. This is paired with Six of Gabriel. Okay, so I'm definitely getting this sense of you coming into an achievement. I do get this feeling that it's all about positivity. So I want you to really pat yourself on the back and doing a really good job at kind of maintaining a high in terms of self-development, which is really great. And I feel like you're on this track. So again, do not allow the bad moments where you might slip and slide because you've allowed something to irritate you, get under your skin, and maybe go back to the kind of toxic thought patterns. Don't allow that to kind of take over. That is what I want to say. It's like embracing the good work that you've been doing and acknowledging that. This could be a time of promotion or kind of attracting good things to you as well. But it comes with accepting. And I do think with this acceptance card, it is accepting things to the way that they are and not trying to change things so much. It's kind of like sitting in that acceptance is really what helps you move forward as well. And I feel like moving quicker by accepting. 8 of Ariel. Take great pride in your excellent work. So again, a pat on the back. You have to. It's like, hey, look, keep up the good work. You're doing great. Practice makes perfect. So again, don't worry if you falter. It's saying that, realizing that it takes work. And also this card can represent getting, you know, like in terms of, for example, if you're struggling in a workspace, you're doing really good, but something's holding you back, then study in that area, get more practice, more experience in the area that you feel as though you don't have the advantage. That's going to help you to next level and move forward. But again, realize how far you've come so far. So in order, by doing that, you're only going to move higher by accepting your limitations. And it's not about accepting and being okay with it. It's like accepting your limitations and realizing what you need to do to stop them from limiting you. Really good beginning. Loving that for you, Capricorn. Okay, my layout's a bit strange, so I'm just trying to figure out how this wants to be read. Okay, these 2 cards first. Okay, we have 6 of Raphael. At the same time, Solutions, which is Archangel Michael. Embrace your inner child. So this is a card that kind of comes with making new friends and new connections. I kind of get being outdoors and going on doing not necessarily new things. It's like actually just getting out. Could bring new relationships, friendships more so. I just feel though it brings something new into your life that's needed. It's very green, very fertile. It feels very innocent. And this card represents childlike. So it's about kind of enjoying yourself and just allowing yourself to enjoy the moment and not need anything more, anything less, just enjoying the moments. Now, Solutions is paired with this. This is saying that success comes from compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So this again, I feel as though if you have any hiccups during this month, the healing comes from compassion and understanding. We had understanding over here, and it is kind of as though these are all underlining warnings, like things can be good, things can be great, but it comes by being kind, being caring, being understanding and accepting again of differences. And I feel as though this is a really healing time for you in terms of connections and relationships, that if you express yourself compassionately, that you will reap the rewards of kind of receiving deeper connections. Interesting. Sensitivity. So this could be a sensitive time for you. And I do feel like because it comes with that turmoil of you trying to do better and be better, but just some little things that might... And I feel like Capricorn, typically you're an energy, if we look at you from an energetic point of view rather than a person point of view, you can be someone who sees when things don't go right, everything's wrong. It's like it takes it as a setback. And I feel like this is what you're overcoming and working through, is that energy of realizing it's not a setback. It's kind of like a change of course, needing to kind of just change direction. So this sensitivity, I feel as though it might take its toll on you mentally, of it being in that battle of you trying to regain the positivity, because again, you're trying to be better, trying to do good, and then when something hits you, it can be like all your hard work's gone down the drain because you had a very emotional day. Now that's an emotional day. We all need that. We have to embrace, like, don't suppress those emotions. That's part of this healing. That's part of that understanding. This is paired with Queen of Michael. So this is a brilliant, self-reliant, insightful and humorous. Again, embodiments of Capricorn. And I'm just getting Capricorn energy all through this. I've liked all the sides to coming into this balance. And that's what I see you trying to create for yourself. Now remember, March is Pisces season. We're in Pisces season at the moment, so it's all about spiritual awareness. So you may very much be aware of what you need in your life and what needs to change and grow and shift. And with that comes discomfort, because we are realizing and acknowledging the things that need to be shifted and changed in areas, and that can make us feel unsure, doubtful, confused, or sometimes a little bit angry at ourselves. I'm definitely getting it's like beating yourself up a little bit, so be wary of that. Realize that you are this Queen of Michael. You are brilliant, you are self-reliant, and you are insightful, and you are humorous. You are this person, so be kind to yourself and think on the things that you love about yourself and keep that in the focus, because that's the stuff you should be realizing is the authentic you anyway, rather than something which is a mindset, the way that our mind is programmed, because we program our mind to think the way that it thinks, and we allow ourselves to entertain the negative thoughts, the doubts, as much as we allow ourselves to entertain the positives and the faith and the hope. Like, that's just as controlled by us. If we allow ourselves to, have hope and think this is going to work out in the ways that we might not understand, being optimistic, because the astrology is really supporting optimism during this time as well, especially for us earth signs. That's kind of coming up, being very optimistic, so keep that in mind. It's allowing ourselves to choose that instead of choosing the more skeptical, misery, negative, is what I want to say to you, Capricorn. King of Raphael, I feel like this is where this is leading to you. And again, I can see this being you. It's like being warm and generous and honorable. I feel like you need to acknowledge that it's safe to trust. But I do feel like, again, it comes in yourself. Trust yourself. I feel like when we don't trust in ourselves and we don't trust who we are and the actions that we take, we get a little confused and we don't know the directions we need to take. And I feel like you need to be understanding that could be a very positive. I'm getting kind of a dominance here. I've been like, that dominance can be a positive in your life. This also comes with multitasking. I feel like you are capable of juggling many things. And again, it's about recognizing your skills, who you are, because I feel like this is coming to the surface. If you really being able to truly embrace who you are at core level, because I feel as though your life's aligned with that, of you being in the space where you can harness that. And I feel like it's a time for you to acknowledge who you are authentically and to put that into the world. Be creative and be passionate, dream big and aim big. Oh, Tarot. Silver, can you get Tarot, please? My cat's just come out because he's opened the door. Oh, he's going back inside. Don't shut the door when he goes inside. Thank you. Yeah, he did it. They know they're not allowed outside. Shut the door then. Thank you. Spiritual understanding. So this is definitely in alignment with what I've been saying. Pisces season. Pisces is all about really accessing that spiritual channel. It is a time when we will start thinking without even acknowledging this is what you're doing. You start daydreaming and wishing and hoping, because this is that spiritual channel, that intuition, kind of keeping us in alignment with where we want to be, where we're heading, and what needs to change. Recognize symbols. You may be seeing a lot of angel numbers at the moment. The energy in the air is really supporting this angelic kind of universe, supporting each one of us to be our best self. So listen to that and trust in your intuition. Next to it is 8 of Michael reversed. There's something better waiting, and you know this. This is a spiritual quest. You are really next leveling right now. So take time to understand who you are and what you want and what you desire, because it's exactly what you're attracting. But you need to take time and be patient, that this is a journey. And Capricorn, I feel like your energy has been the last year when I've been doing your readings, it's trying to rush and be a bit reckless. This is saying slow down. You acknowledge that when you take your time with something, you build something so much more greater than when you've rushed into something and recklessly. And I get the support of loyal friends and loyal people. And I do feel like you have everything you need with you on this journey, but where you're going, it's like using your resources that you have towards where you're going, and not allowing it to keep you back in a space of where you've been. You are safe. You're protected and guided during this time. I would say this is spiritual assistance as well. I feel that there's loved ones, there's ancestors, there's people who have passed on who are with you during this, and you are safe to take the path that you are taking. This comes with claircognizance. Pay attention to your thoughts and ideas. Again, your loved ones are really guiding you, and the angelic energy in the air is so supportive of us during this time. And these two cards in the same space, it's really saying that we're here, we're protecting you, we're guiding you. Trust in your intuition. Trust in your guidance and take the leaps that you need in the directions that's going to get you to where you want to be. Show appreciation and brilliant idea. Okay, show appreciation. This card to me is like realizing all that you have and be grateful for what it's brought to your life, actually. I do feel as though there's people in your life that you need to be showing appreciation for, and acknowledging all that they have done for you without you realizing this. And this is something I felt over here, a touch of acceptance and understanding that other people do things differently. But I do think you need to understand that and show appreciation for what they do for you so that you can live the life that you're living today. That you've had these opportunities to be able to move forward in the way that you can because there is these people that have done what they do for you. So bear that in mind. Brilliant idea is Archangel Uriel. It's, yes, your idea is divinely guided. So again, you're being told, hey, we're guiding you. Trust your intuition. We're trying to help you here. So it's take action and bring your ideas into fruition. I do feel, again, while you're being guided to take the moves, remember patience. Don't rush into things, but it is time to take action. I do feel like things are going to change where there's less pause and starting to make movement. But I do want to say no rushing. There's no need to rush. Things will grow. Like a seed doesn't just grow overnight. Seed takes time to germinate, come into life. I don't know if that's even the right word that I'm using. But you know what I'm saying. It takes time to grow something that is strong, that is going to last. And that's what I want you to have in mind here, of growing something that's going to last and maintaining that sun energy. Because I feel the caution with this it's like try not to put something up so high that it can't possibly sustain for a long time. Manifest. Create what it is what you want in your life. You are divinely guided. You are being supported through this, Capricorn. But you're the one who's manifesting it. You're creating the life you're living. So anything that's not in alignment with the life that you desire, what you're actually craving, that's bringing you fulfillment, not just temporary happiness, something that's bringing you fulfillment, this is you. You're creating that. And you are creating the things that are not fulfilling you. So keep that in mind. Thoughts create our reality. If we allow ourselves to stay in a mindset that hinders us because we hold ourselves back, that's where you're going to sit in. So realize that. And I do feel like you know that. That's the whole point of this reading. It's basically saying you're doing a great job. Keep at it. And realizing what's in your head comes out into your reality. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for being here. Please subscribe to my channel to keep me doing these videos and keep up to date with all of your readings. I'll see you next month. Thank you so much, guys.